What do you want in your life? It's a very hard question to answer. You're going to have to put some effort into your life. Set up some aims for yourself, goals that you actually value. You need to be motivated to do that. If you're extroverted, you want friends. If you're agreeable, you want an intimate relationship. If you're disagreeable, you want to win competitions. If you're open, you want to engage in creative activity. If you're high in neuroticism, you want security. So now you've got your thing to aim at. Think, well, I'm motivated because I got my thing to aim at. It's like you're not as motivated as you could be because you don't yet have your thing to run away from. Because if you really want to be motivated, you want to be going somewhere, and you want to be not going somewhere else. You've got to aim at something, otherwise your life is meaningless. Well, what should you aim at? Well, pick something, aim at it. As you get closer to your goal, you'll become smarter and maybe your aim will change. That's fine, but at least it will change based on good choices. Focus on one area. See what happens. In some ways, life is like a game. Just like in sports, you set a goal and then plan your thoughts and actions to reach it. You usually do this while working with and competing against other people. So that gives it a game-like feel too. Once your goals are clear, you think about what life could be like, and it seems worth living, even if it will be stressful, scary, and include some pain and loss. The goal is to have a vision for your life that makes your efforts feel worthwhile. Get yourself in the right mindset. Treat yourself like you're someone who needs help. You have someone you need to help. This means you should believe that even with your flaws and problems, it's good to have you here, and it's okay for you to want better things. If you want to have everything you desire and more, then be a good person. The better you are, the more likely you will get what you want. That doesn't mean you won't face hard times, but there's no better way. So what do? You focus on small daily habits. Think about what you want to achieve. How can you make that happen each day, week, and month? This is where having a schedule can be really helpful. Use something like Google Calendar. Make a schedule and stick to it. But remember, a schedule isn't a prison. That's the first mistake people make. Some people say, I don't want to stick to a schedule. But I ask, what kind of schedule are you making? They say, I have to do this, then this, then this, and then they just play video games because they don't want to do those things. That's not right. Make a schedule that lets you enjoy your day. That's the key. It's like, all right, I have tomorrow. If I wanted to plan the best day I could have, what would it look like? First, you need to schedule it. Of course, you have to take some responsibility because you should make sure that by the end of the day, you're not worse off than you were at the start. If you have a lot of days like that, you just dig a hole and get stuck, and that's not a smart way to live. Now you have your goal, and you're trying to get through a place you don't know. You have 3 choices: no map, a not-so-good map with some info, or a really good map. Clearly, the good map is what you want, but even a map that's not great is way better than having no map at all. As you explore, your map helps you add details. Imagine you focus on a goal and learn some skills on the way. You might reach a point where you think, this isn't for me. That's okay, but now you have the skills you gained and understand why it didn't work out. You can use that knowledge for your next plan. Even if it's not perfect, you can apply what you learned. The important part is that you get better at planning. So, we tell people to take their positive vision and turn it into 8 clear goals. Then, rank those goals by importance and break them into smaller steps so you have a good chance of succeeding. You also need to set a time frame for your goals. When you're really focused, you're growing your skills in a way that feels good because you're doing well. So you should think about setting a goal. But make sure it's a goal that even someone who feels not very smart or useful can reach if they work at it. That's the right way to do it because the goal isn't too high or impossible, which means you won't just fail and feel bitter. If you say, I set a goal and didn't reach it, so I won't try again, that's not right. You need to set a goal that makes sense. If you aim too high, you trick yourself into failing so you don't have to try, and that's not helpful. You'll still feel stuck. It feels like there's no escape from this situation. Life can be a challenge that seems impossible to overcome. You might not find a way out of your problem, but there are definitely good ways to handle it. Next, You need a reason for your actions because you will have doubts, and others might try to stop you. Why would it help you? Why would it help your family if you reach that goal? Why would it help the wider community? If it's a good goal, it should help you. That's okay. But if it's a really good goal, it should also help others. Everyone wins. Yes, right. If you are picking your goals, why not choose ones that help the most people at the same time? Yes, if you can, start with your own needs because you need to take care of yourself first. Basic needs come first. First, put your own oxygen mask on, then help your child with theirs. Community is important. As you grow your skills locally, you might be able to share them further. This also makes your goal feel meaningful. If someone questions you and says it's silly, you can explain that it helps you care for yourself and benefits your family. You can share the reasons and how it affects the wider community. People who doubt you won't know how to respond to that. When you have doubts and ask yourself why you are doing this, remember your reasons. Oh, yeah, it's because I need to take care of myself. If I don't, I feel sad and mean, which is not good, so that's a bad idea. I can see how this helps my family and my community, and that's enough reason for me. Unless I think of better reasons. Right. Without better ones, that's good enough. When something unknown happens, you often feel anxious, and then there's the known. I define the known clearly. The known is when what you do gives you the results you want. I say want because that adds motivation and feelings to what you do. You want something, you go after it, and then you get it. Not only do you get what you want, but you also feel good about how you see things and act. Thank you.